What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel for another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at this bracket here. We have a front view and a top view provided with a lot of good dimensions. So we're going to get this drawn and we're going to draw it on this title block here. If you don't already have this title block, there's a link down in the description where you can go ahead and download this template. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and move this over a little bit so we can see a little bit more. So with this one, I'm going to start with this top view first. There's pretty much all the information here that we need to draw this. So we're going to start with the object line layer here, and we'll get started. So we know this is 5.25 wide by 1.750. So we'll go ahead and do that 5.25 by 1.75. And then we know there's a circle here in the middle that is 1.750. So we'll go ahead and do a circle with the diameter, and we'll snap to the middle and to the middle. That will be 1.75. Oh, that needs to be diameter of 1.75. Okay, we can do this inner one of 0.875. So diameter 0.875. Now we want to do, we can go ahead and do these rounds here. We can do this by physically adding the circle in, or we can use the fillet command. I'll just use the fillet command, and then we'll go over a new command, the join command, and we'll join all those together. So we're going to have a fillet with a radius of 0.875. And we're going to do multiples, so M for multiple. So there, 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 and there. And that'll be those. Now we're going to use the join command. So we'll type in join, then enter a space. We'll select the first one, then hit spacebar, and then hit the second one in spacebar. And you'll see now they are one arc segment. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. Join, then space, select the first one, space, second one, space. Oop. And then there's that one. So now we can draw these circles here using the center point of this one. So this one is going, the outer is going to be 1.052. And then the inner one is going to be 0.652. So again, diameter of 0.652. I'm just going to mirror these over. It's super easy to do it like that. Okay, so that's all of those. So now we just need to add in these gaps here, these cutouts. So we know that they're 0.467 across. So what I'll do is I'm just going to draw a little cheater line here, then do a line at 0.467. And I'll just grab the middle of this line, snap it on that. Then I know that these lines go there. And then I'll clean it up with the trim command. I'll zoom in, be sure and get these little sections out here. Okay, then that's done. So now I'm going to use the array command, and it'll be a polar array. So we'll type in AR for array. We'll select the objects, hit spacebar. Then we'll do polar for polar array. We'll select the center point. Then we're going to hit I for items, and we're going to do 4. And space again, and then there's all of those. I'm going to go ahead and explode these because I don't necessarily need all of these. You see how when I select one, it selects all of them. I don't like that in this application. So I'm going to select one, then type X, and then spacebar, and that's going to explode that. And now you can see each one of these has its own individual segment. So that's the top view done. So now let's do the bottom view. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just draw some reference lines down because we know how far or how wide it's going to be. So we'll go ahead and start with the base there. And we know it's going to be 0.422 tall. So 0.422. And we'll go ahead and make that a rectangle. And then we know this is going to be a total of 1.056 tall. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw a reference line that's 1.056 tall and drag it across. So we know the width of this from here to here is this circle here. So we know this has a diameter of 1.75. So we know this also has a width 1.75. So we can just simply draw 2 lines straight down from there. Then we can just trim everything up. Just like that. So now we need to do this inner portion. So again, we know it has a depth from here to here of 0.731. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a reference line down of 0.731 and draw it across. Then I will just bring these lines straight down to that. And again, trim it all up. Okay, like that. Let's have a look. So yeah, that's all of the object line features for that one. So next we can go ahead and do these magenta hidden lines. So we'll go ahead and select the hidden line layer. And we'll start with these features here. So we know the depth of this counter bore is going to be 0.244. So again, I'll draw another reference line of 0.244. And I'll just draw it across. So we know the counter bore diameter is going to be the same as this outer circle here. And this through hole, or the inner bore, is going to be this inner circle diameter here. So again, what we can do is draw these down. So we know the outer diameter goes to that point, and the inner diameter goes straight through. And then we'll just clean it up. So we know those are gone. Just like that. Then we'll do the other side. What we'll do for that is, again, we'll just mirror it because there's no point in redrawing it twice. So we'll just mirror it. Okay, so now for this section, we know that these lines here line up with the ID of this circle here. Okay, so we can go ahead and do that. And that goes all the way through the part, so we'll draw them all the way down to the bottom. Okay, and then this line that goes across, well, we know it's 0.731 deep, but it shares the same plane as this. So we can just simply draw just like that. Okay, so that's all of the hidden lines. So next we need to work on the center lines. We'll go ahead and select the center line command, or layer, sorry. And then we're going to use the center mark command, which is CM. So we'll activate that. We'll click this large circle, that large circle, and then that large circle there. And then from this point, you just select the center point and you can drag it down to show that the center line, or the center axis of this hole, is the same all the way down. These share the same axis because they're the same feature. So we'll do the same here. And then again, we'll do the same here. Okay, so that's all the center lines. And yeah, so I think this one is done. So if you guys wouldn't mind, smash that like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification. It'll really help boost the channel and push these videos out. So thanks for stopping by.